Have you ever stared at the ceiling at 3 a.m. wide awake, wondering why your mind won't shut off? No matter how tired your body feels, you're not alone. Millions of people struggle with sleepless nights, but what if the real reason isn't just stress, caffeine, or blue light? What if there's something deeper, something no one's talking about? In this video, we'll uncover the hidden truth behind why you can't sleep at night. It's not what you think, and it might just change the way you view your entire day. Stay tuned. Today, we will talk about why you can't sleep at night, the real reason nobody talks about. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. The hidden link between sleep and emotional trauma. Most people associate sleepless nights with stress or too much caffeine, but there's a deeper, often unspoken reason: unresolved emotional trauma. Emotional wounds from childhood, heartbreak, loss, or even long-forgotten moments of fear can linger in the subconscious, creating internal unrest. When the lights go off and distractions fade, your mind becomes the loudest thing in the room. Those old pains surface, replaying memories or stirring unexplained anxiety. This is not just psychological, it has biological consequences. Trauma dysregulates the nervous system, keeping it in a hyper-aroused fight or flight state, which prevents the brain from switching into the rest and digest mode required for deep sleep. Even if you're not consciously thinking about trauma, your body remembers. Subtle physical signs like a racing heart, clenched jaw, or shallow breathing at bedtime are often misread as just stress, when in fact they're trauma echoes. Therapists who treat insomnia holistically often find that once emotional healing begins, sleep improves naturally. So the real question isn't just, why can't I sleep? But what pain haven't I faced yet? Until emotional turbulence is addressed, no amount of lavender tea or white noise can offer true rest. 2. Your nervous system might be trapped in overdrive. The human body is designed to rest, but modern life often rewires it to stay alert. One overlooked culprit of chronic insomnia is an overstimulated nervous system that never truly powers down. This isn't just about mental stress, it's physiological. Constant notifications, late-night screen exposure, caffeine, and high-pressure environments flood your system with cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are designed to help you escape danger, not scroll TikTok at 2 a.m. When your body perceives a threat, even if it's just an inbox full of unread messages, it delays melatonin release and keeps your heart rate elevated. Over time, this baseline of tension becomes your new normal, making it nearly impossible to relax into sleep. Even when you lie in bed with your eyes closed, your body may still be in a semi-alert state, waiting for a threat that never comes. What's worse is that many people don't recognize this pattern and instead blame themselves for their sleeplessness. If you're someone who can't remember the last time you truly felt relaxed or woke up refreshed, your autonomic nervous system could be crying out for help. Breathing exercises, vagus nerve stimulation, and nervous system regulation are key steps toward genuine rest. 3. Sleep sabotage. How suppressed emotions show up at midnight. Suppressing your emotions during the day might help you stay productive, but at night, those buried feelings find their way back. It's one of the most unspoken truths about insomnia. Throughout the day, we're trained to keep it together. At work, in relationships, and even around friends. Anger, sadness, fear, and loneliness get tucked away because they're inconvenient. But your brain doesn't forget. When the external world quiets, your internal world takes center stage. This is why you might feel anxious at night without knowing why. It's not always insomnia caused by the external, it's your inner emotional reservoir overflowing. Nighttime anxiety or racing thoughts are often emotional detox processes that were never allowed to happen during the day. The mind replays what the heart has silenced. People who practice emotional release techniques like journaling before bed, crying when needed, or even screaming into a pillow report improved sleep because they've made space for those emotions to exit. The body and mind are not separate. What you suppress in one shows up in the other. So if you're waking up at 3 a.m. drenched in anxiety, it might not be the coffee, it might be the grief you never expressed. 4. The cultural lie. Sleep is for the lazy. One of the most toxic beliefs silently fueling sleeplessness is the cultural glorification of hustle. We live in a world that idolizes productivity and views rest as weakness. This internalized pressure doesn't just affect your work ethic, it warps your relationship with sleep. Subconsciously, many of us feel guilty for resting. We equate being in bed with being unproductive. Even worse, some people fear they're missing out or falling behind if they sleep too much. This mindset creates a background hum of anxiety that carries into the night. You can't rest when your brain believes resting is wrong. The capitalist culture has programmed people to always do more, even if it means sacrificing health. Sleep becomes the enemy of success, and that internal conflict shows up in insomnia. True rest requires not just silence and darkness, but permission. If you constantly feel like you're not doing enough, even after a long day, your body won't allow itself to fully relax. Shifting this narrative begins with recognizing sleep not as a luxury, but as a biological need. Prioritizing it without guilt is not laziness, it's rebellion against a culture that burns people out in the name of ambition. 5. The gut-sleep connection you've never considered. If you've tried everything from blackout curtains to sleep supplements but still toss and turn, your gut might be the missing piece. Most people don't realize that the gut and brain are deeply interconnected through the vagus nerve and the gut-brain axis. Over 90% of the body's serotonin, a precursor to melatonin, is produced in the gut. An unhealthy digestive system can directly impact your sleep cycle. Poor diet, processed food, irregular eating times, or gut inflammation can reduce serotonin production, throwing off your sleep-wake rhythm. Moreover, gut dysbiosis, an imbalance of good and bad bacteria, is linked to anxiety, depression, and mood swings, each of which can hijack restful sleep. If you're waking up at 2 a.m. with no clear reason, your body may be experiencing blood sugar crashes or inflammation triggered by late-night meals. Fermented foods, probiotics, and anti-inflammatory diets have helped many insomniacs without the need for sleeping pills. Addressing your gut health may not just improve digestion, but restore your natural sleep rhythm. Remember, a tired mind can't sleep if the body is fighting internal chaos, and that battle often begins in the belly. 6. Technology, the silent sleep thief in your pocket. Most people are aware that screen time affects sleep, but few understand how deep the damage goes. It's not just blue light disrupting melatonin production, it's also the mental stimulation, dopamine addiction, and emotional disturbance caused by late-night scrolling. Social media apps are engineered to keep you engaged, releasing small hits of dopamine that mimic drug-like addiction. Even seemingly harmless activities like checking emails or watching Netflix can activate stress responses, increase heart rate, and delay your ability to fall asleep. What's worse is that the body gets used to this rhythm. Eventually, your brain expects stimulation late at night and resists sleep. Notifications also fragment your sense of peace, making it harder to wind down. Most people sleep with their phones inches away, subconsciously alert to every ping or vibration. Breaking this cycle requires setting firm boundaries, screen curfews, airplane mode at night, and replacing digital distractions with calming rituals like reading, meditation, or soft music. Your phone doesn't just keep you connected, it keeps you awake. 7. Your bedroom might be sending the wrong signal. We tend to think of our bedrooms as restful spaces, but for many people, they're actually sources of stimulation. The brain is highly responsive to environmental cues, and if your bedroom doubles as your office, gaming zone, or dining area, it no longer signals rest. Your brain needs a clear association between your bed and sleep, but if you're working, eating, watching TV, or even arguing in bed, the mind no longer sees it as a sanctuary. It sees it as just another place for activity. This blurs boundaries and makes it harder for your body to switch off at night. Additionally, cluttered environments increase cognitive load even when you're not consciously aware of it. Poor lighting, uncomfortable bedding, inconsistent temperatures, or even background noises can all send stress signals that interfere with your circadian rhythm. To reclaim your rest, your bedroom needs to become a temple for sleep. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.